Sup, dude? Dude, I've got a super important announcement to make. Wanna hear? Okay, here goes. And this is just between you and me, okay? Next year, there are 3 fine-looking women teachers coming in. After Miss Kano leaves, there's no spark to the faculty roster, right? Miss Toriumi has that weird secret if she refuses to tell anyone. Miss Onishi is obsessed with medicine. Miss Teriyuchi is, like, going to India or somewhere. I mean, come on, even our nurse is a guy. Even if he's good at his job, nurses are supposed to be girls. He's ruining my lifelong dream to fake sick, ditch class, and chat with the hot nurse. You okay, dude? You're not looking so good. You should see the nurse, but I'm not going with you, dude. Oh, and I heard those new teachers are coming by today to check out the campus. I'm thinking about hanging around the faculty office to scope them out. See, starting next year, we can choose our home room. So we've got to make sure we choose the right one, if you catch my drift. Wait a minute. Ah, crap. Today isn't the 3rd, is it? Sorry, man. I gotta get lost before she gets here. My little sis. She'll be coming here starting next year, but she's gonna swing by today and look around. I'm not gonna be her damn tour guide. I don't want to lead her around by the hand where everyone can see. Ugh. I wish I had an older sister instead. Well, whatever. I'm gonna jet. Laters!
Oh, I was just thinking about you. Hey, can we go somewhere else? Thanks. Hey, are you okay? You don't look so good. Sorry to call you out here. I actually have a little favor to ask. Well, it's my mom. I want you to meet her. Hey! That's not what I meant. I just promised to visit my mom, but I'm still kind of scared. If I see her, I might end up saying some really nasty things. What if we end up hurting each other even more? I don't want to hurt her feelings. I still haven't sorted all this out inside. I think I do want to see her. That's why I thought it'd be great if you could be there with me. You don't have to say anything, really. I'll feel more confident just having you around. I feel like I can clear the air with my mom if you come with me. So, if it's not too much trouble, how about it? Really? Thanks. I'll call her up right away. I've been putting this off for so long. Sorry. My family is such a pain. It's almost spring break. It went by so fast, we're already seniors. At the end of the year, we'll graduate and go to college and then start a career? Wow. It's hard to imagine. How about we go somewhere over spring break? Ooh, maybe we could go to Destinyland. We'll talk more about it later. Don't forget to leave some free time during spring break.
Well, I'll be going now. Remember what I told you before about finding my dream? I never had anything like that until now, so I've been slacking off. Honestly, my grades suck. It's tough to get them back up. That's why I need to try hard. I want to take my dream into my own hands and stand next to you with my head held high. You just watch. I'll charm the pants off you. You know that saying, beer tastes better after an honest day's work, right? Anyway, That's what I'm trying to say. I'll see you later. Let's go out sometime soon.
Hey, I wanted to talk to you, man. I just heard back from the hospital about my knee. The results are in. And it's 100% healed! They said I could keep doing athletics! Dude, I was so happy, I almost broke the doctor's back, I hugged him so hard! But thinking about it now, if I'd kept hiding the pain in my knee, I get goosebumps, man. I was pushing myself too hard, trying to catch up to you. And I got pissed off because nothing seemed to go right. I went too far again and shot my knee all to hell. Man, I was acting like a little kid. I thought so anyway. I kept saying it was for my nephew. But it was just my pride. And I got you, the guys on the team, and my parents worried for nothing. Man, I was such a baby. Well, at least I finally snapped out of it, even if it took me long enough. Thanks. I couldn't have done it if you hadn't been there for me. I swear, right here, right now, that I'm gonna do better next year. I'm not gonna jump to conclusions like that. I'm gonna listen to people. It's hard for me, but... well, that's about it. I just wanted to tell you first. Now I'm gonna head to the faculty office and tell everyone there, and then tell the team. Dude, are you alright? You look tired. Go get some rest, man. Your health is the most important thing, right? We're still signed up for the spring tournament. If you slack off, man, I'm gonna leave you in the dust. Later!
The rest of the day, I met up with some people that I've made relationships with over the year. Hidetoshi's quit the student council. He says he's going to become a teacher instead. He thinks educating the masses is the real way to make the world a better place. Speaking of educators, it turns out that Miss Toriumi is Maya, and meeting up in person probably wasn't the best idea. Mitsuru has decided to continue leading her company all by herself after canceling her engagement. Chihiro is also becoming more independent, becoming more confident in herself and making her own decisions. Fuka's forming a technology club. She's already getting a head start on getting members. I got a couple of letters too. Mamoru's getting used to work at the factory. But after his boss found out his love of sports, they started a track team. Bebe returned to France, and it looks like he's staying there. As it turns out, it was his uncle who was helping him afford staying in Japan in the first place. Bebe decided to stay home with his uncle to make up for it. Maiko seems to be adjusting to her new life as well, though her dad isn't happy. It turns out Nozomi's already starting his career as a critic. Mutat's found his wife and kid, and I guess they're learning to tolerate each other again. Tanaka is the same as usual, I guess, but maybe a little more honest. Maybe. Speaking of honest, Keisuke made an honest effort studying for the entrance exams, but it turns out he failed, but he's willing to take another shot at it. I admire him for that. I also admire the old couple. They were so willing to give up a precious memory of their only son, and the school decided, instead of cutting down the tree, they'd make a memorial instead. That leaves one last place to check. What a coincidence seeing you today. It must be another of God's tricks. Today is my son, Akinari's birthday. He'd be 20 if he was still alive. Only 19 years. It wasn't long enough. He was almost an adult, but he never made it. He had a genetic disease. Me, I'm as healthy as a horse, but him... The doctors detected it at birth. They knew he wouldn't live to see adulthood. Every day I wondered if he'd wake up the next morning. I blamed myself for what he inherited. But he said something to me near the end. "I'm sorry to have brought so much pain into your life, Mother. I'm glad to have been given a life. I'm glad to have been your son. Thank you so much for the life you have given me." That's what he said. He was the one who suffered so much, and yet he said that to me. But my son brought me a lot of joy, too. Holding his warm body in my arms just after he was born, those tiny hands, that first smile, hearing him breathe easily at night. Every day I gave thanks for him being alive. Every day I found new joy in him. And now, I'm so lonely and there's nothing I can do. That reminds me. When my son's condition worsened, he started writing a fable. But when I was cleaning out his room, I never found the notebook. He said he was going to show it to you first when he was done. I asked why not me, and he laughed and said, "You'll be the second one to see it, Mom." I suppose he wasn't able to finish his story. He did finish it. What? So he was able to give you the notebook? I see. I'm so glad. That was my only regret. It was awful to think that he wasn't able to finish his project. I see. You should hold on to the notebook. I'm sure that's what my boy would have wanted. I'll wait for him to tell it to me himself when I see him again. Now I have something else to look forward to. I'm glad you and I could finally meet. Thank you. There is one piece of advice I'd like to give you as an old lady to a young man. Take good care of the ones dearest to you. If you wait until their time has come and you're clinging to their cold bodies, then it's too late. Everyone who's born will die someday. Not just Akinari, or me, or you. It happens to everyone. So before that happens, it doesn't take a grand gesture. You don't have to make a big production of it, but if you love someone, let them know. We all go through life with the same struggles, the same heartbreak. We should be able to prop each other up with the same love and kindness as well. I'm sure you have something precious you can share with people. Always remember that.
It's me, Aegis. May I please come in? Thank goodness. I'm so happy to see you again. I'm sorry to show up so suddenly, but I really needed to talk to you. I remember everything. Everyone seems to have forgotten, but I remember that day just that when I remembered, I was afraid you might go somewhere far away, like you did at the last battle. Graduation's today, isn't it? I'm sorry. The ceremony's already begun. Such nice weather outside. Do you remember the promise we all made? Why don't we go there and wait for the others? We can enjoy the view of this peaceful city. The time to part has finally come. Though this is our last day together, we want the senior class to know that you've truly earned our respect. We wish each of you good health, happiness, and prosperity. On this auspicious occasion, I bid you all a fond farewell on behalf of the student body.
Next, a word from the valedictorian. From Class D, Mitsuru Kurijo.
Thank you. This last year, I accepted an important responsibility as Student Council President. When I first addressed you from this podium, I spoke to you all about seizing opportunity while you had the chance. Well, it must have been fate that intervened and gave me an important reminder of this. As many of you may know, my father unexpectedly passed away due to sudden illness. Sudden illness?
Wow, that's rare. I've never heard her stumble in a speech before.
It's a big day. Must be tough thinking about her father.
I remember. Yes. With my father's death, I lost my purpose in life.
Hang on. Wasn't I supposed to?
Akihiko-senpai. What's up?
Sit down, you two. But now, I have something to live for. No longer will I run from the future. I will face it head-on, carrying out my father's will. I am resolved, and without reservation.
Promise.
I owe it all to my invaluable friends. And we have promised to never lose hope, no matter what tomorrow may bring.
Senpai, we made a promise. Let's find him, and I guess too.
Yes, I can hardly wait. Everyone, let's go!
The wind feels so nice. This is my first time experiencing spring. But this season will eventually pass. After fighting alongside you and facing the world's end, I finally began to understand what it means to live. Thinking for yourself, not running away, accepting the inevitable. All things eventually come to an end. Every living thing will one day disappear. Only by accepting this can one discover what they truly want. what the meaning of their life will be. I understand now why I was so tormented by my lack of strength. Protecting others became more than just an order I had to obey. I wanted to do it for my own reasons. I realized this once I decided to try and prevent the fall. When I thought I might never see you again, something else became clear to me. What I wanted most. And so, I made up my mind. I decided that I would continue to protect you. I want to be your strength. I know I'm not the only one who can do this, but that's okay. My life will be worth living if it's for this reason. Thank you. You're right. What am I doing? I understand now. So I should be happy.
Hey!
Everyone! I realize now that I have friends as well. You don't have to save the world to find meaning in life. Sometimes, all you need is something simple, like someone to take care of. I'll keep on living no matter what, so that I can protect you. Thank you for everything. You must be tired. Please, get some rest. I'll stay right here with you. Soon, all your friends will be here by your side. Don't worry. I will always be by your side, protecting you.
Well, we've made it to the credits. All right, it's time to say thank you to people. So I'm going to name some people off. Not in any real particular order, just kind of the order I have them listed. So first off, we have Mojo LaCroix as Kenji. He did a really good job. He added a lot of energy and expressiveness to Kenji. I really enjoyed it. I loved listening to all your multiple takes. Oh boy. You went hard with this character. You really did. Next up, we have KCVA as Fuka Yamagishi. This is an interesting one because I don't think she auditioned for Fuka initially, but I was like, you sound pretty close to how I imagined Fuka would sound. So I had her audition for Fuka instead, and we went from there. Next up, I'd like to thank Katie Gregory. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. There's a lot of R's in there. She auditioned to so many roles, and she was good for almost all of them, in my honest opinion. She would have been a good fit for any of them, but I didn't want to overwork her or overload her with stuff, so I picked what I thought was the best match. And she also did the voice of the school children in Yuko's Social Link, so big shout out to her. Next up is Noah Segura as Kazushi. Oh my god. First off, Kazushi's like one of my favorite Social Links. But like, there's just so much raw emotion in all of his takes, and I loved it. I loved it so much. Dude, I hope that your future projects are amazing. I hope you have a wonderful time working with other people. You all are so great, but man, Kazushi, you knocked it out of the park. Of course, we have Seer of Words as Chihiro. Seer of Words is actually getting a lot of work right now, I think. She's doing a good job, and glad I got to her first. No. But she did some work for me in Persona 4 as Chie, and wanted to work with her again, and she was really looking forward to taking the spot of Chihiro. We have the text-to-speech Alice as Maya. That's a weird thing to credit, but you know, I'll put a credit in the links of like the text-to-speech robot that I used. I just think it's an interesting choice, you know? But I figured it's only appropriate to credit it as well. Oh my god. So we have Rachel VO, who just came out of nowhere and took over the role of Yuko. Oh my gosh, I cannot thank you enough. You saved this project. We had a lot of people dropping out of that role just because they couldn't make the time, and I was really feeling like this project was never going to get off the ground, but you just came in and you saved the day, so thank you very, very much. I really appreciated it. You did a lot of work in a very short amount of time, and I'm very grateful for that. Next up, we have Shimoa as Maiko. I'm so sorry. Those lines near the end were just so cringy. I hated it. It sounded like you hated it. And it sounded like it was really hard on your voice, so I really appreciate your contribution. We have Lexorn as Mutats. Not much to say. He was one of the first people to audition. Did an okay job. Next up, I want to talk about the voice of Mamoru, who is my friend Paul. He is not a voice actor. And it's just one of those situations where I kind of grab a random friend that I know and I'm just like, you want to help me with a project? Last time I picked one of my friends, you might know him as Willow. We've done some videos together this year in Doki Doki Literature Club. But this time around, I wanted to pick my friend, who I've been friends with for a very, very, very long time, as the rival character. We're sort of rivals in real life, but only in certain things, definitely not sports. But I just thought he would bring the energy that I wanted out of this character. It was really interesting watching his growth. So I'd like to thank my friend Paul for being a good sport. Maybe some people will really enjoy the life that you brought to that character that we sort of extracted from you after hours of recording. We're gonna move on to the extras. We have Tragedist Strawberry Milk VA as Miss Kano, as well as Maiko's mother. We have Shiyu, who did some of the council member social links. She also took on a couple of the extra social links in the Strength social link and the Fortune social link. PGST. I kind of liked his quirky little contribution as well in the Emperor social link. We also have Ella Jordan, who took on some extra roles in the Lover social link and the Fortune social link as some club members. And then we have Strange Pixel, who took on the extra roles in the Chariot social link as the varsity team and the junior team. So I think that wraps everything up. Thank you guys so much for contributing to this project. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. So until then, stay tuned.